Hello again, PH Digital, with another final review. And instead of unboxing, which there's just so many of those, this is a reboxing. So I've had this watch for I think 53 days now, and it's time to return it back to vivoactive 4. It's time to return the vivoactive 4 back to Garmin. I bought it on their website. I believe this retails for $350, but through a discount on Rally Health, you can get them for 33% off, and then sometimes even less than that. They do it on Black Fridays. So here's the watch. I've been wearing it on my right wrist most of the time, and I've switched it on and off between left and right. Yeah, it's a great watch. Go ahead and zoom in. Okay, so here it is. Here's the watch. It's a great watch. I do really like it. Basically, some of the new features that it has, other than the normal stuff you probably know about, it actually does menstrual cycle tracking if you're a woman. It has more advanced sleep tracking. It has 5 ATM water resistance rating for swimming or running in the rain. It does do the battery. I'm not really convinced about that feature. It's just kind of okay, but if you like it, great. Other watches have also been doing this for years, at least on Garmin. And then it does stress tracking, again, done by other watches. Now it does do Garmin Coach. Fitbit has that. Samsung does not. The Garmin Coach is really cool. If I just swipe up right there, it's telling me I'm in week 8 right here, and I have a tempo run to do. I can click on view 5 steps, and it tells me everything that I need to do. And that feature is really great. I'm gonna miss that. But again, you have that on the vivoactive 3, which came out just before this one. And it's a lot less. So next, it does instant detection and Garmin assistance, which is pretty cool. So you can connect this, and basically it can notify someone if you're in a pinch or you get injured. It has Bluetooth, Wi-Fi connectivity. There is no LTE version of this one. And it does the sensors GPS, GLONASS, Galileo, Garmin Elevate, heart rate sensors, barometric, altimeter, compass, gyroscope, accelerometer, and thermometer. So, what do I think that it does better? Yeah, that's the question, right? What does it do better? Well, the UI is faster. When you're just scrolling through the screens, you can see it's really quick. I mean, as fast as you can flick, it just loads. The screen is brighter. I think overall the watch is prettier. And they went from just a 1-button functionality in touchscreen, and they went to 2 buttons. So the vivoactive 3 only has 1, whereas this one has 2, which is really cool. So the screen is definitely brighter. The watch faces appear brighter. There are more pixels. GPS is faster. So when you're about to do a workout, let's say I want to go run. So right now it's reminding me that I need to do my tempo workout, so I'll just exit that. So let's say I want to do a treadmill run. Oh, that doesn't use GPS. Yeah, it keeps on wanting me to do my workout. Okay, so we're going to do bike. So now just wait for GPS. If I was outside my home, it would connect to the GPS towers really quickly. Number 8, widgets. They function more smoothly. As I was showing you, when you're loading in and out of the screen, the widgets just pop right up. The heart rate, I think the heart rate appears more accurate. If I scroll down here and we go to the heart rate, so there's my heart rate over the last 4 hours. Even if I just rest on my skin, it'll quickly detect my heart rate and let you know, oh, there we go, measuring, and almost there. So it's running through, there we go, 83 beats per minute. And it does really, really well giving your 7-day average resting heart rate. It is really close to this one, the Samsung Active 2, but I don't know, I tend to trust the heart rate from Garmin. Garmin's been doing heart rate and sport tracking for just a really long time. Number 10 that I like. The step count is about the same as the Garmin V3. So, I don't know that it's better, but I like the way it displays it. And number 11, what do I think that it does better? The sleep tracking is more accurate. On the vivoactive 3, you had to set up your sleep time. So if we go into the app and open up Garmin, you have to tell the device when you normally go to sleep, and then the watch looks for you sleeping during that time. So my zone is 10 a.m. to 8 a.m. Not that I ever get 10 hours of sleep, but if I were, the watch would track it. So if you're awake until 11 and then I wake up at 5, it still detects that. Where in the vivoactive 3 and the vivoactive and a couple other Garmin watches that I had, they would mess up and then have these huge awake times. So for example, here's my sleep time from last night. And this is pretty spot on. I went to bed at 1 in the morning and then I woke up at just before 9:30. Kind of funny that it was 01:22 to 09:22, but still. Another thing that it does really cool, and this is something new that Garmin's been putting on, is the Pulse OX. So it's measuring the oxygen percent in your watch, which I think is really cool. And it does respiration. So it lets you know how your breathing is going. And you can actually click on it and let you know right there, 92%. That's my dog walking in the background. You can disregard those. And there's my breathing patterns. Breathing's about the same. I mean, I don't think it ever really has fallen below 14 breaths per minute, which I think is pretty good. And it does do the nice stages, and it still does movements. Now you can't view that on the watch yet, which is okay. Okay, so what do I think needs to be changed while I return this one and wait for Garmin to bring out the vivoactive 5? I'm guessing it's going to come later this year, probably in, I would say by July or September of 2020. I think we need the ability to clear all your notifications in just 3 clicks. We need the ability to download watch faces more quickly. I tested it, and when you're going through the app, so right here, you just open up the Connect IQ. Here, I'm gonna let my dog out. So if you open up the Connect IQ, click on your watch, so it shows connected, awesome, which it should because it's right here. You can click on My Watch Faces and manage your watches, get more watch faces. So let's say, for example, I want to install No Thrills. So I click download, permissions, yep, okay, fine. So now it should be downloading. I don't have anything else going on. So now if I go to my device, download queue, I time this, it took almost 5 minutes for a like 30 kilobyte watch face to download. For example, if you look at this watch face right here, it's only 106.9 kilobytes. So even if this one is the same, I mean, that's nothing, and I'm on really fast Wi-Fi. It takes a long time for this app to quickly push that new watch face. I really think this shouldn't take longer than 2 minutes. Anyway, that being said, the watch faces are still great. I love the AOD. The battery life, yeah. The battery life needs to be longer. The best I could get on this one was 4.5 days. I never could make it to 5 days. So that's number 1, okay. Okay, so number 1, ability to clear all the notifications. So if we scroll down here, and there are all my notifications. There's not a way to just clear them all. So it's clearing that one, but then there's all these. So if I had like 20 notifications, but I've already checked them all on my phone, there's not a way to clear all 20 notifications at once. You have to go through each and every one and clear them individually. So Garmin needs to work on that before the vivoactive 5 comes out. And number 2, ability to download watch faces, use them in less than 2 minutes. Number 3, no matter what you do, you can't change your goal for sleep. So that watch face, is still downloading, and we've been like 2 minutes later. Oh, nope, still going. So if we open up the Garmin app, you'll notice the little green check bar mark. So on Saturday, December 21st, yes, I nailed my sleep goal, 10 hours. But if I go to these other days, 9 hours, it's always 8 hours. And it's been 8 hours for going on 5 or 6 years now. Garmin hasn't changed that. I've asked them to change it. I've sent emails, I've called them. They still haven't changed it. So that's kind of frustrating. So they need the ability to change your sleep goal to just, 7 hours, 6 hours. Maybe your doctor recommends 10. Anyway, that's always bothered me. Number 4, functionality to track naps. Samsung's been able to track naps now for, 3 or 4 years. Fitbit does it. Garmin does not allow you to track naps, which is kind of a bummer, Nice Sunday afternoon, you want to take a 2-hour nap and you want to compensate because you missed your goal, you can't do that. Number 5, improve battery life. Again, 4 days. And I've tried the power functionality, so they recommend turning off your phone connection and putting it in do not disturb mode. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of a smartwatch. You can also change the lighting, but as you can tell, I have it on a level 2. That's like level 5, there's 10 here. And when I do the raise to wake, it doesn't turn on the light. So I'm not using the backlight, and I'm still only getting to for maybe 4.5 days. So that's the fifth one, sorry. Number 6, the colors on the screen, I don't know, the colors are really vivid, and I know they're not the same watch faces, but on other electronic ink always on displays similar to the Garmin, I think the colors could be a little more vivid, and I don't think they're fully true colors when it comes down to it. So I think that needs a little bit of work for the next one. And number 7, Garmin needs to make sure that the vivoactive comes with a waterproof speaker. I don't know, and I'll turn this off. I just really like how the Samsung plays music and does sound notifications. I've just thought that's always like the coolest feature. I mean, you have media sounds. Anyway, I just think that's awesome that you can play music and get sound notifications directly from your watch. There's also no Alexa, no Hello Google, no Siri, no Bixby. There's no way to interact with the watch, so it's more of a one-way interface. So there you have it. Those are the pros, all 11 that I listed, and I'll put those on the screen, and also 7 things that I feel that Garmin needs to do before the vivoactive 5 comes out. And I'll reset this. It's going back in the box. And we'll send that back to Garmin. And sometime next year, I'll be getting another Garmin, and I'll test that for you. Probably for another 30 days, like I did this one. And I'll do another review. So this is PH Digital, a little reboxing Euphoria, and my final review for the Garmin vivoactive 4. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe and tell your friends. Goodbye.